Morning, folks. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to go down and make me a makeshift camp for the day using my military army shelter half, the canvas shelter half, and make some breakfast and just hang out at camp for a while today. I don't have really a whole lot of stuff going on, just going to do the breakfast and whatnot, but so yeah, probably do some reviews or something too. So y'all stick around and stay with me. I'm gonna get up here to camp. It rained all day yesterday. I mean all day long. So I'll show you a clip down here at the river. I just came down and you'll be able to see it. It's crazy. But so anyway, I'm gonna get up here, find a suitable place for camp to set up my camp for the day and get a fire started and whatnot. So I am gonna have to build a little fire pit and whatnot. So I brought down some, I did bring down some dry wood from my house and just dropped it off at my main camp because out here it's just so wet, like I said, yet from the rain yesterday. So, but anyway, so we'll get that all squared away, make us a little makeshift camp for the day and have at it. So y'all stay with me and I'll be right back. I think I found me a spot that I like. I was out here the other day and I really like this spot. It's fairly close to my main camp, so I'm going to put a string of shelter between this pine tree and this pine tree here. And I'll put a little fire pit right here. I think what I'm going to do first is start building the fire pit really quick, and then I'll put the shelter up once I get the fire going. But I need to get this fire going for the breakfast. So the only bad thing is I'm going to do an overnight out here, hopefully soon, but we'll see about that. But this little spot right here kind of dips down, so I'd have to fill that in with some pine straw and whatnot if I want to camp there. But anyway, so let's get this fire pit built and shelter put up, and let's get some fire going. Alright, well, got the fire going, as you can probably hear behind me. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my shelter. Like I said, I got a U.S. Army canvas shelter half. I've had this thing for years and I used it for a hunting blind for a long time. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set it up, and that's going to be the shelter for today. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. Alright, well, day camp's pretty much set up. I could have stretched this side out a little bit more, but I think it's okay. I did stretch this side out some to open it up a little bit. I like this setup. I've never used this setup until the other day, and it's pretty neat. I like it. I think it gives a decent amount of room back there. Like I said, I'm going to do a camp out in that soon, hopefully. So just waiting on the fire to die down a little bit so I can get some food on. We're going to eat some breakfast here in a few minutes, so we'll do that here in just a few minutes. And I'll tell you, it's warm under the shelter. I had to take off my little long sleeve jacket here, or coat, or shirt, and it's warm in here. So it's important to stay hydrated. I'm getting pretty thirsty, so I'm going to drink a little bit. And in essence, I probably got my fire a little too close to the shelter because I'm probably 3 feet away, so probably should have moved it back a little bit more, but it's alright. So still gotta let it die down some more before we cook. So, but anyway, I thought what we're gonna cook today brought my little lunch bag down from the house. I have everything packed up in my Helicontex Matilda backpack. So everything's packed up in there, so everything fit great. And so I'm basically packed up for an overnight trip. If I need to do an overnighter out here or whatever, I could. So what I got in here, I just grabbed some stuff out of the refrigerator this morning. Grabbed some tortillas. I don't know if we're going to have those. Some cheese. Put some eggs in here with a stick of butter. And then some smoked sausage. So that's what we're going to cook this morning. Oh, and some coffee, of course. So that's what we're going to cook this morning. And I brought out my grill from one of the Alpha Outpost boxes, the Hades, the Grill-a-Put grill. I brought it out, so I'm going to use it over the fire this morning to cook everything. And I brought out their little cook kit that came with that kit as well. Like I said in previous videos, that stuff, you know, for me, I get good use out of the equipment that I get from those boxes. So, but anyway, so I'm going to use that this morning to cook. But I'm just going to lay down here and kick back for a few minutes and let the fire die down some more, and then we'll start getting some breakfast on here in just a few minutes. Thanks for watching. Y'all stay tuned. I'll be right back. Alright, I got the smoked sausages on. I got some water heating up there in my canteen cup. I'll put the eggs on in just a few minutes. And tortillas. So yeah, looking good. Looking good. Well, there we have it. Got some eggs there, some coffee, some smoked sausage, and some tortillas. I put a little cheese in this one, so I got a little cheese tortilla there, kind of like a quesadilla. So yeah, we'll sit here and enjoy some massive feast here, and I'll be back with you in just a few minutes. Well, breakfast was really good. You know, breakfast and lunch and just food in general is always better outdoors, if you ask me. You know, just kind of getting outside and enjoying nature. So anyway, I'll do some other things here, let the fire die down so I can cover this hole back up and everything. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. You know, I don't know if there's any interest in this, but I thought I'd show it because it's kind of cool. I got several of these bags. I picked them up at Home Depot. They're made by Husky, and they're just, you know, just zippered bags. Kind of cool because you got a little, you know, flap on here where you can, you know, name what you have in here, or put a little name tag on there what you have in here. But what I use these for is food bags. I have several of these at home. You know, on my shelf, I can just grab them, throw them in my pack or whatnot, and, you know, grab and go. And what I have in here is just basic, you know, food stuff. So I have enough food in here for probably a couple of days, you know. So I'll just kind of go over this one because this is what I have out here today. And it's a little bottle of whiskey, Canadian whiskey. You know, I like whiskey, so I throw little bottles of that in here. Some hot chocolate, several MREs, and that's what I've pretty much got in here, like MRE, broken down MRE stuff. So several of those. There's some tortillas. There's some meatballs and marinara sauce. This one is cornbread stuffing. Got this in here, huevos ranchos. So that's pretty cool. These actually that's pretty good. Some cranberries. Got a little spoon, spork, little thingy. What's this MRE here? This is buffalo chicken, so that goes good actually with the tortillas. Then I got a chili mac. And then it has a divider in here too. You can't really tell that on the camera, but there is a divider right here. So on the other side I just have several MRE heaters, and then just my bag of drinks. So coffees, Gatorade, powders, Tang, honey, sugar, stuff like that. And I usually have some oatmeal in here too, but I ate the oatmeal. So yeah, so that's just a little food bag I put together. You know, just to, like I said, just to kind of grab and go. If I'm just needing something just to grab and go for the woods for the day, I don't know, I have food in there, you know, or whatnot. So anyway, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if there's any interest in it, but I thought I'd show it anyway. Now after I'm done eating, I pull this grill off the fire, and all I do is if I cooked any meat on it, like I cooked those sausages on it, they were greasy, I just let it set over the fire, and for a little bit it kind of burn off some of that grease. But then all I'll do is I'll just bring it over and just, after it's cooled down a little bit, just, you know, take some leaves and stuff, just kind of clean it up a little bit before I put it back up. And I know all that grease is burned off of it, so don't have to worry about that. So just a little quick tip for you. You can use the leaves and stuff to clean up your pots and stuff. I'll do that with my pot too, or my little frying pan as well. After I put some water in it to boil it and, you know, cook off the stuff, I'll do that as well until I get back home, and I'll clean it and wash it with soap. But this, I'll just clean it up like this and put it up. So if you watched my video the other day, I'm down in the same spot where I said it was going to flood again because of the rain. Well, it rained all day yesterday. As you can see, right there is the river, all out through here, flooded again. So like I said, I'm in the exact same spot. All this stuff right here in front of me is about a foot deep, but the closer you get out there, it's about 3 or 4 feet deep, and then you drop off into the main channel of the river if you go up that little hump right there. And then, like I said, that's a 6-foot drop down to the river itself. And then you know, depending on how deep it is right there at that particular point, you could be 12, 13 feet deep or more. But yeah, just thought I'd show you that. It's pretty neat. That's why I don't, you know, that's why I don't put my camp down here. So anyway. Well, folks, that's probably gonna pretty much wrap it up today, I guess, for the, you know, down here at camp today, or down here making me a makeshift camp with a U.S. Army shelter half and some breakfast. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it wasn't too long for you. Hope it wasn't too boring for you. I got to do a lot of different things out here today, so I finally cleaned up everything, and now instead of coffee, I'm drinking some raspberry Kool-Aid. So this is actually pretty good. This is out of one of the MRE meals that I broke down. So just the beverage-based powdered raspberry. I don't think I've ever had the raspberry before personally, but pretty good stuff nevertheless. So anyway, kind of got stuff cleaned back up here. The fire's kind of gone out. It's down to some real small ashes and whatnot. So I'm going to continue to let it go out before I really put it out all the way and cover it back up. Yeah, and I'm just going to hang out here another hour or so and go head back to the house and do some stuff in the house. So anyway, until I see you on the video, always remember your PPE, plan for exercise, always make sure you have the necessary skills to survive. Get outside, folks, enjoy the outdoors, and hang around a camp or whatnot. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on another video real soon.